welcome back to my channel, Fabulously Frugal and Fancy. I'm Brandy, and today I have a few outdoor decor DIYs for you. Some of these are using the Dollar Tree solar lights, and some of these are just outdoor styling ideas or things like that. So let's go make our outdoor fabulous.
Alright, so I start out with a 4x4. I cut it down to 30 inches, and as you can see here, I've marked every 5 inches in the center. And then I cut some 4-inch ones that I also marked in the center. Then I take this, just a paddle bit. I think it's called a spade bit. And I call it a paddle bit because it looks like it has paddle in the end, and I taped off so that I go the same depth for each one. And I already put the holes in my 4x4 here, so you can see that. And then for the smaller pieces, I didn't have a vise right there, something to hold it down, so I had to get a little bit of help because I couldn't hold the wood and hold the drill with enough force to go through the wood. So now the larger one, the idea came from Liz Fenwick DIY. I did mine a little different, but I did get the inspiration from her, so I will link her channel down below. Then I just take my sander, my little Ryobi hand sander, and I sand each piece, top, bottom, sides. I just wanted it all to be smooth. Also on the 4x4s there was some writing, so I just, if you sand, you get off that printed writing, because I'm going to stain this with colored stain, and I didn't want the writing to show through. So. Now you can kind of round your edges if you want. I wanted these to be squares, so I didn't round them. Alright, and then I take my Unicorn Spit water-based stain, and I'm going to kind of do a marbling effect to make it look like it's, you know, I'm going to start with a base coat color, and I use the teal for that, and I don't remember the exact name of those. But I love the Unicorn Spit, and it comes out very vibrant, very bright. So I start with my base color, and I just put that all over my piece here. Excuse me, I've got a little bit of allergies going on today. I apologize for that. I don't do the bottom because that's not really, you can add water to kind of mix it in. It helps it spread. The Unicorn Spit goes very far. But as you can see, I'm wearing gloves. I'm also wearing a waterproof apron. It helps prevent the stain from getting on your skin because, I don't know, it's water-based and it comes off other things, but it does not come off my skin too easily. I know I ended up with blue hands at one point, so it is tough to get off, and I think they were blue for about a week when I did it the last time. So I'm using gloves. I'm wearing the waterproof apron because not only does it stain your clothes, it also goes through the clothes and stains your body. I'm doing the ends there. As you can see, my dog coming out there to join me. That's Mo. She's a very sweet dog. I think in a little bit you see our little white dog, and his name is Tucker, and he's a little too small to just be out running in the yard, but Mo's pretty good. She'll stay right by me. So then I go in with my second color, and I'm just kind of putting that in just random spots and then kind of blending that in. If I get too much of the one color in one spot, I'll just rub it around, add a little bit of water. When you blend it all together, it really does give it like a marbling effect. So I used like the royal blue, the light teal, and the dark teal colors all together. Add a little bit more water so that it can kind of flow around. And as you can see, that blue is just very vibrant, just like the teal color was. And then I go to my third color, and I just add that in different spots to add some light, brighter color to it. as well. And the three colors, they blend really well together. And again, it gives it like a marbling effect, like the colors are marbled. I picked these colors because they match in our sunroom. I did a dresser that we use as a buffet, and I did this over the entire dresser before I started my YouTube channel. So I do not have a video of that. I do have some pictures of that, but I don't have a video of me doing that. I really love the unicorn spit. You can just blend the colors really well. You can mix multiple colors. You can get the colors that have the sparkle in them. It's just really, I love the vibrant colors of it. Has an odd name, I will admit. I'm not sure how they came up with that name. The unicorn I get, but the spit I'm not quite so sure about, but that's okay. It's unicorn spit is what it's called. So you can get it. I usually get mine off Amazon. And they do have some with a sparkle to it as well, which of course, if you know me, you know I love sparkles, so that one is one that I do use as well. Again, this is a project that Liz Fenwick did on her channel with the large 4x4. However, she didn't do the smaller ones, and she did a wood stain on hers, which looked beautiful and elegant. I wanted a little bit more vibrant, bright colors. So I took her idea and changed it to my own style. And then I took her idea and made them smaller ones as well. So the long one is for a tabletop, and the smaller ones go along the rail on our deck. Alright, so now I'm starting on the smaller ones. I just do the exact same thing. I start here with the darkest color, put that all over all of the sides, the top. I leave the bottom just plain wood because it's, you know, it doesn't really matter. And the 4x4 did have a chunk missing out of the one side. That's okay with me. It just gives it a more natural look, and that's okay. I use the 4x4 and I really like this because it weighs down the entire thing, so then it doesn't blow away. I just go in with my blue. I kind of take it down on the sides so it gives it that marbling effect from the top over to the sides. Blend that in. And at the end of the video, I will show you, this is the only actual DIY. The other two things are just real quick hacks that you can do. They're not actually a DIY, but this one I really enjoyed making, and I think it turned out really nice and just very beautiful. And again, I love the vibrant colors. If you want this a more neutral color, you could easily do that as well and make it to your own style. Again, I do recommend gloves. This coming from somebody who does not have a green thumb but had green hands for about a week. So it's interesting. And I get my gloves. I actually buy the gloves at Harbor Freight that are a little bit thicker. They're like the gloves that mechanics use to keep the oils and stuff off. I used regular rubber gloves at first, and they break a little too easily. Sometimes they get a little too vigorous and they break and my finger pokes through, and then whatever I'm trying to keep off of my hands gets on my hands anyway. So I just buy these at Harbor Freight. They're not as cheap, and you know, it really does help my hands. Of course, I did get some on my arm above that, but that's okay. It did wash off a little easier. I'm not sure why my hands are a little bit harder to get colors, especially stains out of. Paint is not so bad. Alright, I'm not sure why I left all three of these in here. I apologize for that. I probably should have shortened that just a little bit, but I really wanted you to see the unicorn spit and how it looks when it's all marbled together. I just really love the look of the marbling, and if you have a really large surface, you can do a lot more of the marbling effect. Now, I've seen different methods, and some people put all the colors on at once and then just kind of rub it in. I found that just made the colors kind of blend a little too much together and just like change the colors. You couldn't see the distinct colors. And this way, the way that I do this, I start with one base color and then I add the other two colors as accents. You can use as many colors as you want and build it up as much as you want. With this, it's all just personal preference as for your color choices and all of that. I hope you can just get some inspiration from this, whether to use unicorn spit on a different project or to do this project with totally different colors or neutral colors, whatever your style is. Now the good thing with the unicorn spit stain is that it is water based, so this dries really quickly. I believe that I gave it about an hour, but it probably didn't even need that long. I went and did something else in the meantime. Alright, and then on the last one I'm adding my third color. I keep switching spots in the rag too, just so that I don't mix those colors together on the rag and then get kind of like a gross color that I wasn't planning on. This is just a regular microfiber cloth that came from, probably from the Dollar Tree or one of the hardware stores. Any of those cloths will work. You can use any kind of a rag that you want, any kind of an old towel. Alright, so here I am with the polyacrylic. You do want to seal this because if it rains on this, it will wash off. This is a water-based stain, and I use the clear polyacrylic because it does not yellow. It doesn't change the color. Alright, and I'm getting just one glove on this time because if I'm touching the polyacrylic, it does kind of, I have very sensitive skin, so it's up to you if you want to use a glove for this one or not. And you want to put one layer on. Don't worry, I only show you me putting one layer on. Everything that you stained, top, bottom, sides, you want to put the polyacrylic over. And you want to let, between each coat, you want to let it fully dry. You can sand in between each coat if you feel it's necessary. I did not, and you can add as many layers as you like. I like the glossy finish. You can use, there's also a matte finish with this if you don't want the shine or the sheen to it. And I do the same to all of my pieces. Alright, so here I am. I take the Dollar Tree solar lights. I take the bottom, stake out of the bottom, and you take out that little tab, test it to see if it works. I do not glue these in the holes. I simply just place them down in the holes. I made my holes deep enough. They have not fallen out or anything like that. I'm just honestly not sure how many seasons I will get out of these solar lights. I've never used them before, and I want to be able to switch them out if they don't work next year. I just want to be able to buy new ones. And if need be, if they don't last at all, then, you know, even if they don't last this season, then I could just buy a little bit more expensive ones and put those in there. And just taking out all of those, and see on the individual ones, they're just individual lights. Taking the bottom out of the stake, just using that pole there, and then I'm going to do a final reveal of everything at the end. After this, I just have two quick hacks for you. This is the first hack. These little lanterns came from the Dollar Tree, and I untie that little fish and the string. I don't need that on there, and then I take off the tag. This is more of a hack than a DIY. I do not glue this down. I take the silver, this time the silver solar lights, I take the whole bottom piece off. You got to make sure you to remove that little tab inside. Tested it to make sure it worked because some of them do not. And I just set that in the lantern. This has a little handle so you can carry it just like that. And I do the same to all four of mine. And then these can be sat around the yard, hung on a shepherd's hook, anything like that, again, more of a DIY. I mean, more of a hack than a DIY because, again, I wanted to be able to change these out if the solar lights died. So I do not glue them in. You can glue them in if you want to. Now this hack I saw at my mom's house. I went to her house. She took these little candy dishes and she made terrariums. She poked some holes in the lid with the hot glue gun tip. And I thought this was a very, very cute idea. So I asked her if I could take some pictures so that I could share the idea with you. And she made little terrariums out of these candy dishes from the Dollar Tree. I thought it was a really cute idea, and I thought that you would enjoy seeing that as well. Alright, here's our final reveal. Here's the one sitting on the rail of the deck. I'll show you some of the nighttime shots too of each of these. And here's the tabletop one. I really like how these look at night. It's another angle of that one. I really love how vibrant these colors are and the marbling of the different colors all together. Here's at night. I accidentally used my flash on this picture, but they are all lit up. And here's the smaller ones with a little bit of light. And here's without the flash on. And it was only just barely dark. And then here's the little lanterns. They kind of give like a greenish blue light. I thought they looked really cute as well at night. Let me know what you think in the comments below.
So what did you think of our outdoor decor ideas? The solar light table light fixture, I guess is what I'm going to call it. The tablescape. I don't know what to call it. Anyway, I think it turned out great. I really loved the idea that I got from Liz Fenwick. She has a couple of YouTube channels, and I believe it was on her Liz Fenwick DIY channel, where she made that with the solar lights. And I left mine, I did not glue them in, simply because I don't know how many seasons those Dollar Tree solar lights last. And I just want to be able to switch them out. If they die, I can get another one for $1.25, or even buy a more expensive one that's going to last me longer. I don't know. I've never used these lights before, so I don't know how many seasons they're going to last me. But that block of wood that I stained with the unicorn spit, and all 4 of those blocks of wood will last for a very long time. I did seal those with the protectant. So those will last a long time, and I want to be able to just switch out the lights. So I didn't glue those light poles in, and I just left them. I just stood them in there, and it worked perfectly. It's heavy enough. It's not going to fly away, and I really like how those turned out. Also, those little lanterns. It works for our yard because sometimes people are out in the yard and there's no light out in the yard, so they can just pick up one of those little solar light lanterns, carry it out with them, and light up the area that they're going to be in. So I think they really turned out cute. I really like how they turned out, and I hope you did too. If you have not already, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave me a comment below. Let me know what you thought of these and what you would make. And I would recommend, if you've never tried unicorn spit, to give it a try. You can order it on Amazon. You can get it at Michael's, Hobby Lobby. It is a lot of fun. They also have, I believe, their own website that you can buy it on. They have all different colors, and they even have some with sparkle, which you know I love. So you can make a lot of different things, and you can marble those colors together. You can use one individually. I've done a few videos in the past where I used just a solid color. For the patriarch video, I used the blue to make the wood like a very vibrant, bright blue stain, and it looks really good. I know a lot of people will use paint mixed with water, and that will make a stain as well. It's not quite as blendable as the unicorn spit. I've done both. The unicorn spit, because it is a water-based stain, can actually mix those colors and marble them a little bit better. So I would recommend you give it a try if you like color. I love color. I love brightness, especially in the outdoor spaces. I really like that vibrancy of color, and I hope you do too. Just leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think, and I hope you all have a blessed day. Bye!